All right, everybody. This is the Arsonia, the RVGJ here, and today we are going to interview Rob on the Road. He is one of my subscribers, and I am subscribed to him as well. A younger channel, and we're going to see what Rob made him start his YouTube channel and some of his background and everything. So thanks for coming in today, Rob.
Hi there, yeah, good to be here.
So tell me, what's Rob on the Road about? Tell us about your channel and how it got started.
Well, it's the actual channel started under another name about 5-6 years ago now, and it was all like hobby-based stuff, but it wasn't going anywhere, so it went dormant. And then with lockdown coming in and stopping international travel, I decided to focus more on the local area, and where I live in Northampton, we've got a lot of history, so I figured why not turn that into something and rebooted the channel off the back of that.
So, what is the basis of your channel? What kind of videos do you put out?
More historical areas of places of interest, and just giving people an insight into parts you might just bypass. You know, taking less travelled roads, seeing small places that you don't need to visit.
And have you gone to any historical places and done actual walk arounds of it, or is it right from your car, or how do you do that?
At the moment, the majority is obviously from the car because everything is shut in this country. Unless you're going shopping, there is nothing to do.
Oh, okay.
So I have got some invites to a few places to visit, but obviously I don't want to give those away before the videos come out because I don't want people turning up and sort of ruining it. But we've got a few places coming up, and there's a few roadside attractions you can visit. In one of the videos, I visited Pytchley Gate, which the history behind it's not massive, but it has been moved across the county brick by brick at least once.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Just for decoration.
And you're in the UK, correct?
I'm in the UK, yeah. I'm right in the slap bang in centre of Northamptonshire.
Nice. Okay.
Couldn't get further away.
So, with me being a DJ and stuff like that, do you have any kind of musical background, or?
Yes, I'm a I used to be a DJ, I should say. I used to do the old clubs and pubs and birthday parties, etc. A long time ago now. I sort of moved away when the recession hit about 10 years ago. Went to work in care after that. But yeah, still a bit of DJ now and then, play some guitar, that sort of stuff.
Is DJing different in the UK as opposed to, from when you've seen people doing it in the States, or is the music selections different, or how does that work?
I think yeah, the music selection, we have some different genres that you guys may not have, or maybe called differently. But I think the production side of it all, it's much the same. It's done on laptops now. Very few people use records, CDs. We don't tend to have quite so much like you guys, where you have it at venues like the campsites. We don't tend to have that. We do have like the illegal rave style, which kind of similar to what you do, but obviously without permits.
Right.
And that tends to be more summertime, but it's not something I'd be interested in getting into. Obviously, like, don't fancy having all my equipment seized. And,
yeah, exactly. Yeah. As far as your campgrounds or your campsites and stuff over there, do they look similar to what we have over there, or are they set up differently? Do they have electric, stuff like that?
The idea is the same. Like, we call them pitches. So you park your caravan, your trailer, or your motorhome. You call them RVs. Like in an area, you've got an area designated. You can have tents. We have like a communal washing facility area, shower block, but we don't massively tend to go in for the entertainment side of it. So there might be like a hall where they might have bingo or like an event, but generally it's more strictly sort of camping with your family and friends than it is a communal aspect. We do have.
Do they have activities for the kids and stuff?
Yeah, they have like play areas, and they might like put stuff on in the height of the summer. They'll have things for the kids to do. But we also have adult-only campsites, which I know you guys have probably a lot more than we do.
And what are they called?
Adult-only.
Oh, okay.
Like you guys have, so over 18s, over 40s.
Yeah, I know here they'd have the over 55 adult campgrounds.
Yeah, we have those.
in like Florida, the southern warmer states for the people that snowbird and stuff like that. They live in the colder northern states for the summer, and then they'll go down to the southern states, like Florida, South Carolina, Texas for the summer, for the winter months, just because they don't want to deal with the cold all the time.
Yeah, we have cold about 9 months of a year, no matter where you are.
Oh,
So
okay.
we don't have a massive summer period. So a lot of our campsites, you can have live-on sites, which you can stay at for between 10 and 11 months of the year.
Okay.
Which it's okay, but obviously 1 month you've got to go away.
Right.
And then a lot of other campsites will only open sort of spring to very early autumn. And you can't stay there.
That's about like what we have here, at least in the Northeast anyway.
Yeah, since your site is open for like half a year and
right, and then from in the winter months, like for us from like November to March, they're all closed down in this part of the country anyway. Down south they're open all year round because the weather's warmer, they don't have to worry about winterization or anything like that.
Yeah, same here. Like we can go and visit them to do maintenance work, to check security, but we can't stay there, we can't overnight.
Okay.
In the winter we can only pop in and we have to leave sort of end of day.
So what's your average summer temperatures when you do have the warm months?
Right, I have to try and work this out in Fahrenheit now, don't I? Yeah. So it varies. In the summer, it can get as high as sort of your mid-30s Celsius.
Okay, which is what is that converted into Fahrenheit?
Up around, I think around 100 Fahrenheit-ish.
Oh wow, okay.
So what gets quite like that's at a height, it's warmest, but it'll sit comfortably in the mid to high 20s for quite a few weeks, and then it starts to drop back down to not much above zero.
So do you have like is it humid or is it like a dry, warm,
Yeah, it's closer to humid, I would say. Like there are days where you definitely know it's hot and sticky out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The closer you get to the coast, the less humid, the nicer the heat becomes.
Because you have the breeze off the water.
Yeah, where I am, we are pretty much as far from the coast as you can get, I think.
Oh, okay.
And Northampton's a valley.
Oh, okay.
So in the height of summer, it's humid.
Gotcha. So what do you see? What would you like to make of your YouTube channel, and where would you like to see it go? And what would you like to turn it into?
I don't know, to be honest. I'm not chasing the monetization or the fame or anything like that. It's more for people who are interested in something a bit different. There's not going to be the massive production quality of some of these big channels. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to be spending a fortune on high-end camera gear. I do that enough with photography. I do not need to add videography to it.
Right.
It's just enjoyment for me, really. It gives me something to do. And if other people like to come along and see something a bit unusual, even better.
So you're more into the travel and historical places and stuff like that. I'm concentrate on.
Yeah, I'm quite a history fan myself. So obviously, living in a county that's steeped with it mm-hmm. benefits me. Once things are starting to open up over here very slowly.
Okay.
And as more stuff opens up, there's going to be a lot of more opportunity for things. I mean, for example, I know how obsessed the Americans are with Princess Diana. We have Old Thorpe House about 2.5 miles from my front door, which is where her family grew up.
Nice.
So when that's open, can go get videos of that. We've got numerous RAF and USAF bases from World War II dotted mm-hmm. around by me. So if you're into history, if you're into quirky things, Northamptonshire is going to make some great videos.
Now, do you have any kind of and I know it's more over here, but you might have some Revolutionary War history near you?
Yeah, we've got the Battle of Naseby, which is that site is like the biggest thing for the history of like medieval fighting. Mm-hmm. It's a real sort of Civil War-y type, but really, really old. Also, we've got lots of civil unrest stuff came through Northamptonshire. And even more so, there's like a line almost down the country where they marched from the north all the way down to London
Oh wow.
to cause trouble and back again.
To cause trouble.
Sort of a North do, isn't it? They're always causing trouble. Doesn't matter what country. So yeah, there's lots of it, and obviously as more things open up and we're allowed to travel, we've got this weird thing where we're not supposed to be traveling from county to county.
Okay.
I don't quite fully understand. It's to do with the tier levels and the risks and
Right.
everything. So it's kind of ruined travel. I guess like for you guys, it's kind of you can travel providing you don't go out your car, breathe, or turn left.
Or turn left. See, for us over here, because I divided into states, it's different. Going from state to state,
Yeah.
as opposed to and the one map, I think it's the AAA map, is the one that actually breaks it down right down to the town or the city as to what each restriction is.
If you imagine our counties are like your states, so like Northamptonshire is one county, Leicestershire is our neighbouring county, which would be kind of like Florida and Georgia, next door to each. Within those we have towns, we don't have counties within it.
Okay.
So I know that you have a state, and within your state you've got counties, and so we sort of have the upper and bottom levels, but nothing in the middle, and everywhere seems to be under a different tier structure. So it's not really worth the aggravation to travel at the moment.
So if you live super close to the next county and you walk out your door and go into the next county,
you're not meant to, I believe.
Okay, so it's
confusing.
Yeah.
It's like you could be living in like a tier 1 county, next door's tier 2, and then next one to that is tier 1, but you're not supposed to really go into a higher tier. How they enforce it, I don't know.
So yours are really narrowed down and broken down even further. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think there's something to do with big cities as well. Bigger cities I'm not sure how they're governing those at the moment. I've kind of stopped looking, to be honest. It's got a bit depressing.
Yeah, exactly. So once everything starts to open up and back to your whatever your normal is going to be, what you're going to go out and explore these historic places?
I'm going to go countrywide. I'm in the process of buying an RV at the moment.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So we're going to travel the country. There's a lot like anywhere. There's a lot to see that people haven't seen. Do some videos, do some meetups, hopefully with some of the local creators.
Oh, nice.
And then, fingers crossed, back to international travel at some point in the near future.
And you have family over here, correct?
Yeah, just north of Chicago.
And they moved here from over there, or were they?
No, they rolled over your side. Oh, okay. I have family going back to, oh crikey, the 1800s, I think, moved out to the States.
Oh, okay.
I've got all across the northeast, so plenty of places to visit if I want.
Yeah, very nice. That's good. Yeah. So at least you have, besides coming over and wanting to explore the United States and seeing the different things, you actually have family out here that you can hang out with.
Makes it more doable. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
much
great.
Much easier to do. You've got places to sort of bounce place to place.
So tell me about all these hats on your back wall and your bearded villain flag.
Yeah, so if you can see the pennant, that's very American, isn't it? And the flag just here, and that's Jim just there. So yes, I remember the Bearded Villains, which is a worldwide fraternal brotherhood. They do a lot of charity work.
Oh, nice.
If you go to beardedvillains.com, you can see all of the stuff we do. There's a big old charity page, Instagram. And basically the key requirement is being a man and having a beard. Part of it is then the merchandising. So I have pretty much we have obviously these hats. Now I have all the hats I've created from all the different chapters across the globe. I collect them, hang them around the house.
So you created the design for all of these hats?
I didn't. No, I didn't.
Okay.
But, I'm not quite that talented yet. My talent is limited to photoshopping t-shirts. Yeah, the Bearded Villains is a big part of my life. It's like the other side to what I do with my work. It's kind of an extension of that, the charity side. So
what kind of charities have they helped out or donated to? Or?
So we have regular homeless runs. So we go out and provide, blankets, clothing, food to homeless people in need. Toy drives, which I think is a bigger thing in America. The toy drives. Yeah,
we have Toys for Tots over here.
That's it. We get involved with local initiatives helping ex-veterans, both sides of the pond, which I think both countries struggle with that one quite substantially. Is
Now,
how we look after our vets.
do you hold special events to raise the money, or do you
Yeah,
just do
well,
like a regular drive?
this weekend we were supposed to be having what's called Beardingham, which is held in Birmingham, hence the name. Obviously, that's been cancelled, and that raises money for the Ronald McDonald houses.
Okay.
I think I don't know if you guys have them. It's for
Yes.
kids who are unwell, and it keeps their family somewhere to stay with them.
Right.
So that raises money for that. We do a lot of charitable walks. We've just released a Calendar Girls style calendar. I'm not in it. Don't worry. So we've released that. We do a lot of collectible patches that we sell for people, so we can raise funds. Basically, you imagine how to raise money. We've probably done it. We did polar plunges.
Oh, okay. Those are popular over here.
I think way more over your side. That sort of thing. It's a bit more commonplace. So yeah, do a lot of charity work, a lot of going out and helping people. I know a couple of states over from you in January they do Sleep in Heavenly Peace, which is where they build beds for kids so don't sleep on the floor.
Nice. Okay.
So I think that's quite anything that helps kids is always.
And how long has this organization been around? How long have you been?
The organization was formed in 2014.
Okay.
So it's been around a while now. Like it's just come up on its 6th year, and it's started off in LA and spread like wildfire. Really, there's chapters across the globe.
In all different countries, all different.
Yeah. Every country. Obviously, back in the summer they had that big explosion out in the Lebanon.
Okay.
It took out that dockside.
Mm-hmm.
So a chapter out there got involved with helping out.
Nice.
No questions asked. You just go out and do it. And
do you know approximately how many members the whole organization has, or just in your chapter?
Let me look that up because it's a big number. We had our census done earlier this year, and I was blown away by just how much there is. Crikey. Well, we have 165 chapters apparently in 36 countries. So,
wow. Okay.
And that's actually, I think that number's probably more closer to 180 now.
Wow. So it's fairly big then.
Yes. Some chapters have absolutely massive amounts of members. And the dedication people put in. If you imagine, if you want to. When, for example, Florida, when they had just one chapter, if you wanted to visit, you had to drive a couple of days to get to the meeting. So
you got to make sure that you're staying close to where you're going to be meeting up anyway.
That helps, but also you've got it really shows your dedication to the brotherhood and the charitable aspects. Is that you're going to put in the work and the miles,
and the time.
And
everything. Yeah,
like we have group chats. We use the Line app for that.
Okay.
Obviously, I work nights, so I'm more able to speak to the American side because you guys are awake when I'm awake.
Right.
But also
right now it's 4:00 in the afternoon.
3:00 in the afternoon here.
It's 3:00. Okay.
But it's good because it means we've got people awake at all hours to help each other out, support each other, respond to stuff, and it's
almost like the organization never really sleeps. It's because you have people all over the globe in all different time zones. You're pretty much awake 24/7. Somebody's awake.
It's a completely organic organization in the sense that there's always somebody somewhere.
Now, do they also respond to, like, if there's a natural disaster, say, at least over here it would be a hurricane or an earthquake or something?
Yeah, when you guys had when Tennessee got hit.
Okay.
And that tornado tore through Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
They went out, started cleaning up streets, providing food, water, support. It's no we don't rely on someone asking us to do stuff like that.
Oh, so you just say
see you need.
Right. And so you guys say, okay, this is what we're gonna do, let's go.
Yeah.
That's good. That's awesome. And I'm sure you guys have run into either the Red Cross, because they over here that's what they do.
Yeah, we have the Red Cross. We have St. John Ambulance. We have various outreaches. Not so much government funded ones. more charitable based, I guess. Same as you guys have it. It's all like local charity stuff.
Right, and over
But
here, for the funds and everything to rebuild and everything, we have FEMA, for the natural disaster relief.
Yeah.
When Hurricane Sandy hit, appeared at the Jersey, in the Jersey Shore, and even in New York, they FEMA came in and helped with monies for rebuilding and stuff like that.
Yes, we have like local authority, national government, who have disaster relief planning. But then I think just as a country, we do a lot of charity driven work. So it sort of spews over to people who join charitable organisations. You don't think twice. You go out and you do your bit.
Right.
So every little bit helps, sort of thing.
So, what are your future plans as far as coming over here to visit? Do you plan on staying? Do you want to go back home? Like, what are your plans?
Oh, my boss is going to see this video.
Yeah, he may not. You don't know.
This may solve. Yeah, this may serve as a letter. So in the long term, it's the plan is to emigrate.
Okay.
It's emigrate out stateside, and then hit the road, travel, just live out of a van. I'm quite lucky that I don't need a lot of material possessions, so living out of a van is perfect.
Right, like a B+ or something.
Yeah, so yeah, I don't. Class A is just too much. Let's be honest, way too big. So yeah, that's the plan. Is in the long term. Short term, get back out there. Summertime next year. We've got a world meeting out there, but also, as you know, I'll become an uncle next summer, so I've got to come out and do all those uncle things.
Right.
Buy inappropriate child's toys and dance weirdly in the corner.
Spoil the heck out of the kid,
Oh God, yeah, definitely. That kid is going to get spoiled. So yeah, so next summer, come out for a few weeks, get stuff in place, and then hopefully within 2 years, get the immigration stuff underway and be over annoying you guys on a full-time basis. Going through gym.
So you said you were in the process of buying an RV or whatever. So what are you going to do with that if you come over here?
That'll just go up for sale.
Okay.
It's not a particularly expensive item. It's 20, 30 years old nearly. It's cheap enough to buy and run for a couple of years.
Okay.
Without worrying about massive investments or anything. It's
But you're not going to live in that full time. You're going to still have a home base.
Probably a 50-50 split. Because obviously with my work, I work a rolling pattern, so I can be away half a week and come back for work and go again.
Are you able to work remotely, or do you have to be?
No, sadly not. No, it's the care sector, so you can't do it remotely.
Okay.
And obviously I work the night shift, so someone's definitely got to be there.
Right. All right. So is there anything that you want to say about your channel? Any plugging you want to do for it?
No, I'm terrible at plugging stuff. I suck at it. No, I mean, it'd be nice if people want to drop by and say hello. If they've got questions about stuff they want to see, give us a shout. Anything outdoors related, I can probably get away with at the moment. We can still socially distance, and I can still get out and do stuff safely outdoors. I can visit various places within a reason. I can get close to some things. So I've got camera gear. We can get close-up photos of stuff without having to physically be inside a building, for example.
Right.
So if you've got questions, or if you've bothered to look stuff up and you want to know more about it, drop us a message, drop me an email. I can do your Q&A video if you want, or if you just want, just some answers to stuff curiosity-wise about England as a whole, I can try my best.
All right, so here again, guys, we have Robb on the Road. I will put his channel link in the description of the video, as well as his email address if you want to get in contact with him. Make sure you comment below if you have any questions for him. And thanks a lot, Robb, for coming in.
No, it's glad to be here.
All right, we'll see you soon.
See you soon.